Hi guys, welcome back to an episode of DB Task, and today's episode I'll be showing you guys GetGo SSangyong Stavic. So let's dive straight to this video right now. Alright then, so here is guys the Vita in question itself. So basically I'll be running through with you guys the exterior damages for this vehicle. There's any before I show you guys the trunk space as well as the interior of the vehicle itself. So starting out with the damages for this vehicle itself from the front, there isn't really any obvious damage which I can observe from the vehicle itself, other than maybe some stuff right down below here, some stuff right here, you can see it. Moving along, there's some kind of shit splatter right here which I'm not too sure what that's about. But moving along the passenger side, same thing, no obvious damage which I can observe. Just that since this is a white car, you can obviously see the what's that, the dirt and damages on it much more obviously itself. So yeah, plus this is also quite a long vehicle itself. I think I want to say it's almost the same length as a Mercedes S-Class, but I can't really check, so probably I'll put on screen the length of a S-Class and this 7-seater SSangyong Stavic itself. There is also technically a 9-seater option which is slightly even longer than this, so it's like just slightly more extended back to accommodate another 2 rows of seat in the vehicle itself. But other than that, you got your fuel tank right behind the second row seat of the passengers. Basically it's right here near the door itself, which is a little bit weird. Normally you'll see the fuel tank maybe right at the back here, but I think to accommodate the third row sitting right here itself, the fuel door has been shifted a bit to the front itself. So let me see if I'm able to access the fuel door. I think you do this either by a lever at the driver's side, or you just press on it to access it itself. But from the looks of it, it looks like you're only able to open it from the driver's side itself. So yeah, let's move on to the back of the vehicle itself. So this is how the back of the vehicle looks like. Unfortunately, the rear bumper, as you guys can see, has some damages or some stuff on it due to its usage. Plus also it's really an old, I won't say it's an old vehicle itself. Plus normally for the Stavic itself in GetGo's fleet, you don't really get the full GetGo decal on it itself. I think previously it was under the premium category together with other GetGo cars, where the only obvious sign that you know this is a GetGo vehicle is from this decal that is used to be here but now been removed and instead placed right here itself. So right now the Stavic has been recategorized into the Grand category itself. So basically it is a category that's only unique to the Stavic itself. There's no other cars in it other than the 7-seater or 9-seater Stavic itself. So yeah, plus also the Select and I think one more category I'm not too sure has this itself. The discrete GetGo cars now have this instead of the side or the more obvious sticker at the doors itself. So yeah, but without further ado, let me just show you guys the trunk space of the vehicle right now. So to access it, just press on the button right below the SSangyong emblem. Press on that and just pull it itself, because unfortunately it doesn't really have electronic tailgate like some cars have. But once the tailgate is up, this is basically what you're greeted with itself. A decent amount of storage space, I want to say. So, and also it's quite dirty, so I do apologize for that. But this is basically how it's technically being treated with for usually for car sharing vehicles itself. So yeah, I'll probably put on screen right now if I can find the 7-seater configuration on how much space it has on screen right now. If not, then I want to say you're able to put maybe two medium suitcases horizontally or vertically, I can't remember, but yeah, you're able to put it right here itself. So yeah, right beneath it you just get more carpet and stuff itself. So yeah, if I remember, I'm not too sure whether this, I think this seat this seat, if I'm not wrong, can actually technically be folded down to accommodate even more space, but I have to figure out how to do that itself. So probably I'll do it later on while figuring out how to do this itself. But to close the trunk, it's just very simple. Just need to grab on this lever and you're able to close the trunk space itself for the Stavic itself. Let's say if you want even more space, you could actually slide the seat forward, if I can find the lever for it, because I think this lever right here, not there. Maybe this? No, there's nothing down there. I know to access, technically if you want to access the third row seat, you can just climb through the middle of the seat, middle of the car, because there's no center seating for the static itself. For the 9-seater configuration, it is also similar itself, where you have 2 seats at the front for the usually like how a normal car would have, then another 2 seats here, or 3 seats sometimes some configuration will have, before another 2 more seats at the third row seat for the 9-seater option, and the last row will be the third row seat, which is basically that. So in total you're able to accommodate 3 people in this car, which is very good for a 9-seater. Usually a 9-seater would technically become a van or a van already itself. So but for static, it's something that you never I think you never see this configuration before itself. So yeah, let me just figure out this and I'll catch you guys in a moment time. Alright then, so yeah, after much figuring out, I managed to figure out how, if let's say you want to have even more space to put your stuff in the vehicle, let's say you're just carrying 4 people or 3 people in this case, you could actually fold down the rear seat via pulling on this lever right there, and the seat will drop down just like that. And let's say you want even more space, you could actually pull this lever at the bottom. Do know that this is not this lever does not actually remove the latch, or basically there's rail at the bottom that anchor the seat down, that do not unanchor it from the seat itself, if you can call it that. It just basically slide the seat forward and backwards if let's say you want even more space in the trunk area itself. But other than that, that's basically it for the seat itself. For the middle row seat itself, if you want to adjust, I'm just going to talk about how to adjust the seat for the middle row seat right now. If you want to adjust the angle of the seat itself, it's just by pushing this lever. Then there's a lever right at the back, which you guys can see from there. If I were to pull on that, it's just basically to pull down the rear seat. And technically, if you were to fold down these 2 middle row seat and slide this seat even forward, you could actually put quite a lot of stuff in this vehicle itself. If let's say you want to put some stuff in the center, right here, and maybe on top of it, technically it is possible itself. So yeah, other than that, you get some storage pocket in the rear light for the third row passenger itself, and some storage space itself. So yeah, other than that, that's basically it for the cargo capacity for the vehicle itself, as well as the seating for this car itself. So let me just close up. Let me just show you guys how to do that right now. So to close that up, just basically pull on this, and the seat will go back down itself. So yeah, okay, I'm going to, okay, give me more. Alright then, so yeah, so let me just show you guys the third row seating of the car right now. So stepping right into the vehicle itself, as mentioned earlier on already, the static is quite good because there's no, unlike some MPV itself, there will be a seat normally right here, and you have to, in order to access it, you have to flip down either the left or right hand seat to get into the back. And usually getting into the back from the middle row seat when it's folded down is not really the best itself. But for the static itself, I think it's one of the best. I think some of the other MPVs nowadays have this option, but the gap isn't that wide compared to some other cars itself. Compared to some of the other MPVs itself. Normally it'll be quite narrow itself, and you have to squeeze away through that narrow gap, which is not really the best itself. But right now I'm sitting in the center seating of the static itself, and as you guys can see, it's not too bad. If let's say I want to have more legroom space in the vehicle itself, and I'm sitting in the center, then later I can just stretch my leg out here, and I'm quite comfortable sitting in the center for the static itself. Same goes for my passenger on the left or right hand side. Let's say they are sitting right beside me and this is a long journey, it won't be any issue itself. So yeah, plus also this vehicle is quite great for big families that's going on trips, or let's say now at time of filming, this is currently the high rider season, so it is great for that as well itself. Plus there's some storage space right here and that side, which I already mentioned, and some seat pocket behind the seat itself. Alright, let me just squeeze to the left hand side, and this is just based off the last sitting position wise. So let me just sit up and proper form. I got about a fist and 1 finger of legroom space wise for this vehicle. Headroom space wise not too bad. I got about 4 fingers of headroom space wise left in the vehicle itself. And some of the amenities you do get in the rear is you get a hook to hook grab bar to grab hold on to. You get a reading light which can be turned on or turned off with the press of the button, and AC vent itself in the rear itself, which usually you don't really see itself. Normally it'll be at the side or just nothing at all. It won't be even be included in this at all. I think going back on topic of the AC itself, I think nowadays some MPB are slowly having AC being installed on the roof, which is, or the headliner itself basically on top here or whatever you call it, which is quite good itself. But this is not too bad either. It's just like able to adjust it accordingly itself, and you're able to close it as well. So yeah, overall not too bad for the vehicle itself. Alright, you do get a speaker right here if you want to listen to whatever that's playing at the front. But and this is how it looks like in the rear of the third row seating of the Stavic itself. If it's the 9-seater itself, then this will be something similar where you got a single seat right here itself and another aisle access right here itself before you get to the 4th row, the last row of the car itself. So yeah, but and let me just move to the front right now. So I think you guys saw earlier on that it is very simple for me to just jump into the jump into the middle row seat or the last row seat without any issue itself, which is amazing itself. Plus right now, once you're in the middle row seat for the 7-seater itself, you're being greeted with this very nice big window itself, which you're able to see out very clearly itself. And for the driver itself, it's also another good selling point for this vehicle itself, because he or she is able to check his blind spot very clearly without any obstruction itself. If let's say they want to check that window for their blind spot, it will be a bit hard, but this is quite big and it's very obvious to see whether there's any vehicle in their blind spot itself for the driver. For the passenger, it's also it's no issue at all, because they're able to see things out very clearly itself. So yeah, alright, once in the set, going back to the seat wise, you have some storage pocket right here, there, and a USB type A port, as well as a 12-volt socket outlet right there to charge their devices if they want to. And also they also have an armrest right here to put down if they want to. So you're also able to rest your arm on either side if let's say they want to have a Alpha style travel experience itself, which is very, very cool itself. So yeah, but other than that, you get a window switches right here to wind down windows. You also get a door release handle to get out the vehicle itself. Unfortunately, there's no storage pocket right down below here. The only storage is right here or right here itself, which is the downside for this vehicle itself. Same thing as the rear, you get a grab bar to grab hold on to, you get a reading light, and same goes, and also get hook right here, which the rear also do that itself. But one thing the rear doesn't get is it has this, which is controls the AC for the middle row as well as the back row itself, if I'm not wrong. So basically you're just able to adjust it by twisting the knob accordingly to whatever fan speed you want it to be blowing at the back itself. The only downside is you can't control the temperature. The temperature is being controlled at the front itself by the driver itself. So if let's say you want a colder temperature, you have to ask the driver to adjust it for you, or the front passenger to adjust it for you itself. But overall wise, I think it's still a decent in terms of space wise, not too bad for the vehicle itself. I got about similar size, I think it's about 1.5 length, 1.5 face of legroom space size for the middle row seat. And also I'm able to somewhat tuck my leg underneath the seat without any issue itself. So yeah, last but not least, headroom space wise is not too bad. I got about 1.5 as well for the middle row seat itself, which is not too bad for the vehicle itself. Unfortunately, going back to the topic of the seat itself, I can't really figure out. Yeah, so to adjust the seat itself is right here itself. You have to just pull on this lever and you're able to adjust it itself. If I'm not wrong, I'm not too sure why I'm not able to adjust the seat not being seated down via this lever itself. Maybe there's something wrong, I don't know. But yeah, that's basically that itself. But yeah, I think other than that, that's basically it for the vehicle itself. Now let me just show you guys the front of the vehicle itself. Alright then, now let me just jump into the front seat of the driver's seat itself. So before stepping right into the vehicle, let me just show you guys the seat adjustment for the vehicle itself, or for the driver's seat in general. So basically you have the electronic adjusting seat right here itself. So to adjust the how far or how back it is via this lever right here, and also at the same time you're able to adjust the height right here itself. So you can see this thing raising and lowering itself, as well as the angle seat right here itself. So backward, forward, and that's basically that itself. So yeah. Alright, for the steering wheel itself is this lever right at the side right here. So this is the adjusting for the steering wheel itself, if you're wondering itself. So yeah. Alright, let's just jump into the vehicle right now. So basically this is what you're being greeted with itself. Starting out with the storage space for the vehicle itself, you got one storage space right here to put your stuff if you want to. I could actually put my entire bag in without any issue as well. So if I want to put my bag there, I could put it in and close it as well. But unfortunately there's something inside there at the moment, so yeah, not too bad. Alright, moving along, you get another storage space right here if you want to put your stuff or your, let's say your phone or your wallet right here. There's also a remote right here, I think, to adjust the entertainment. You got cigarette thing right here if you smoke. 12-volt socket outlet right here. Your deer selector right here itself. Two cup holders right here is very nice, and another storage area right here to maybe put your phone if you want to itself. And right at the back you just got another storage space right there itself. So yeah, and that's basically it for the storage space itself. Only for the front and the back, sorry, the front passenger and the driver itself, you get additional storage space right there if you want to put your stuff. If not, you can still just put it for the rear passenger if they want to itself. So yeah. Alright, let me just talk about the center console right now so itself. So center console itself, you just got this, I'm not too sure what this does itself, the W and S, I'm not too sure what it does, but you got your respective gear right here and the manual mode, manual shifting right here if you want to itself. Very weird storage space on either side. I'm not too sure what you can actually put right here on either side itself, but yeah, it's a bit weird in my opinion. Moving along to the top, you got your various AC controls. This is to control the fans. I'm not too sure what this does, because this is the main fan speed control right here if I'm not wrong. Either this controls the front AC or this control the front AC itself. I'm not too sure which one control what, but if not, this also could technically be the control for the rear AC if let's say you want to take control of it itself. You got your temperature control right here itself, various controls for the AC right here, your air vents slider close and open the air vent itself if you want to. It has the light button right here and your rear defroster if I'm not wrong, and you got your front and rear fog light, sorry, your side fog light itself right there itself. Alright, moving along, next up you got your steering wheel right here. So steering wheel right here, you just got your various controls of your volume. So basically this on the left hand side controls the volume, the infotainment itself. Mainly just control the volume and the various mode, which is FM, AM and Bluetooth audio itself. On the right hand side is your cruise control. So to turn on cruise control, just press on or off if you want to close it, and to set speed just press down on that or press up. Sorry, to set the cruise control just press up one time or down one time, and you'll just adjust accordingly itself. And to resume it, just press this itself. It's very simple and easy to use itself in my opinion. Alright, moving along, next up you got your indicators right here. So basically your indicators are this down and up. Your main control switch, the high beam is to push forward. The flash high beam just need to pull back itself. So that's basically that. On the other side you got your wiper control. So all the way down for continuous, one time up for one low, the lowest setting for wipers if I'm not wrong. Then you got auto wiper and enough auto wiper just one more time up, and one side wiper just up one time itself. So yeah, that's that. and you got your adjustment of your wipers right here itself. So that's that. Moving along, I think this is you got your headlight dimming switch right here, which can adjust. Then you got this to, I think, to wash the windscreen itself. No, sorry, I think probably I got figure out what this does in a moment time. You got your hood release right here itself, and the fuel door should be somewhere around here if I'm not wrong. So yeah, if not, it's just the conventional push to open the fuel door itself. Right here you got your foot handbrake. So to release the foot handbrake, just pull on this just like a Mercedes itself. So to release it, just pull on this itself and you release the foot handbrake itself. So basically that's that itself. So yeah. Moving along, you got a sun visor right here with a very nice mirror. Same goes for the other side as well, and this also can be swiveled out to block the sun coming from this direction itself, or whatever direction is coming from itself. Next side you got a your light switch to basically turn on the lights on both sides when the doors are open. Basically this next side is for, you might see this room button right here. So basically what this does is basically it turn on the light at the rear itself, and if I'm not wrong, all for like the side light itself in the rear itself. So yeah, in the center it's just a blank button, so there's really nothing you can do. And just right down below it, you got also a clock, which is quite nice itself. If not, this also the light can be turned on individually if you want to itself. If not, you can just leave it when the doors are open itself. So yeah, and that's basically it for the car itself. The infotainment, I won't be going through it. I won't be touching on that because it's an aftermarket one. So if you guys want to figure out more on that, you can definitely check out this car, rent out this car, which will be data in the location. Will be listed in the description box below itself. So yeah, alright then, before I end off the video itself, let me just show you guys some of the other functions with the car turned on itself. So basically, to start up the car itself is to basically put on the brake itself and press the stop button right here itself, and the vehicle will turn on itself. To turn off, the procedure is a bit weird in my opinion. Usually for push like basically starts this push start to stop button itself, to turn off just press on it and it'll turn off itself. But somehow this vehicle itself requires you to press your foot on the brake and press the button and you'll turn off itself, which is a little bit weird. But moving along to the other topic which I want to mention itself is going back on the topic at this SSangyong, which I was trying to figure out what it does. It's basically if you press W itself, it will switch on this mode which is called winter mode, I think, so that this is just based off my opinion. So maybe the car is more tuned for the winters, the snow itself, so it's much more adaptable to the winter condition itself. And if you want to go back to normal, just press S and you just, I think this is the normal dry condition, which is more suited for here itself. Okay, next up is this button which I was figuring out. So basically what this button does is this is for the rear wiper itself. The main wiper, if you want to wash the front, is just right here, so just pull on it and you wash the front wiper itself. You got your instrument gauge right here itself to tell you your speedo, your trip information, and your odometer itself, as well as the average fuel consumption the vehicle is getting. And either side is just the warning light itself, nothing much itself. The main thing, if you want to see, is right there itself. You got your engine temp, rev counter, speedo, and the fuel gauge itself. So yeah, to adjust the trip information right here, you just press on this button right here and you'll just cycle through itself. So yeah, I think if to reset it, just press and hold on this and you reset it itself. Yeah, just that itself. So basically that's that. Okay, next up, I want to talk about the mirrors itself. So to adjust the mirrors itself, just need to twist the outer knob right here and you adjust the mirror itself, and you just adjust it accordingly via this knob right here. To fold the mirrors in, just press on this. Okay, scratch that. For this vehicle itself, do not fold the mirrors in. I repeat, do not fold that in. The reason why is because I think there's some issue with that left side mirror itself, so it can't really fold in. Plus, also if you want to really fold in to stop that whining motor noise from that side mirror, you have to restart the car itself. So yeah, but Next side, we just got your 4 window switches right here. This is when people from rolling on the windows. And I think this is for the key thing, which I'm not going to touch itself. So yeah, and that you just basically got that itself. There's really not much to show you on this vehicle itself. Just yeah, basically that itself. So yeah, I think you are able to, if I'm okay, let me try. Okay, this is just the front. Okay, so yeah, drawing back on the topic which I was discussing earlier on about these two knobs itself. So what I figured out is, if you want to adjust the rear one, is control right here. So if let's say this is set at setting 1 and the passenger were to adjust that over there, it will override. I think if I'm not wrong, it will override it and you have AC blowing at the back of the vehicle itself. But if let's say the driver want to adjust his front one, he just need to do this and it will adjust the front vent itself. So yeah, and then I think that's basically it for this vehicle itself. If you guys enjoy the video itself, do click on the subscribe button down right below to see more videos like this, or click subscribe and click to see my 2 other videos. And with that, I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.